Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Time with Angel Ariel to restore hope, inspiration, and peace. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003. I'd like to welcome back all my loyal subscribers. Thank you so much for liking and sharing and subscribing these videos. It's lovely to be in your energies once more. And for those who are finding the Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself. Through my full-time business, which I created in 2003, my business is Angel Healing House. I am a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world, either in my Santa Monica office or online. I am a channel, a clairvoyant, a psychic tarot card reader. I do intuitive counseling. I do past life clearings and ancestral healings. I also do twin flame, energetic reconnection, whether your twin flame is on the earth plane or whether they are across the veil, to help you and to connect energetically with them. I am also the author of several #1 Amazon International best-selling books. So if you'd like to find out more about my services or those award-winning books, please do go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can always phone 831-277-3716, and remember, that is Pacific Standard Time. I'd like to send out a very big thank you to all of those people who have made donations to my PayPal account for my free content. You know, if you have received some clarity, some direction, some motivation, entertainment, even enlightenment, lots of people write to me and tell me just by hearing the timbre of my voice and the angelic tone behind it, they have experienced healings through these videos. If you would like to contribute to my PayPal account, I've left the link in the description box down below. Now, as we do every week here on Time with Angel Ariel to restore hope, inspiration, and peace, we start with a story to motivate us to feel more uplifted, more joyous, fulfilled, to experience peace within. And today's story is entitled Living in Peace. Once upon a time, the colors of the world started to quarrel. They all claimed that they were the best, the most important, the most favorite, the most used color. The first to speak up was the color green, who said, "Clearly, I am the most important. I am the sign of life and of hope. I was chosen for the color of the grass, trees, and leaves. Without me, all animals would die. Look over the countryside and you will see that I am in the majority." Blue shook its head and interrupted. "You only think about the earth, but consider the sky and the sea. It's the water that is the basis of life, and drawn up by the clouds from the deep oceans. The sky gives space and peace and serenity, and water quenches thirst and brings life. Without my peace and water, you would be nothing at all." They heard Yellow chuckle. "You are so serious. I bring laughter and gaiety and warmth into the world. The sun is yellow, the moon is yellow, and the stars twinkle yellow. Every time you look at a sunflower, the whole world starts to smile. Without me, there would be no fun." Orange started next to blow her trumpet. "I am the color of health and of strength. I may be scarce, but I am precious, for I serve the needs of human life. I carry the most important vitamins. Think of carrots. Think of pumpkins. yams, oranges, mangoes, and papayas. I don't hang around all the time, but when I fill the sky at sunrise and at sunset, my beauty is so striking that no one gives another thought to any of you. Just then they heard the color red, who could stand it no longer, and she shouted out, "I am the ruler of all of you. I am blood. I am life's blood. I'm the color of danger and of bravery. I'm willing to fight for a cause. I bring fire into the blood. Without me, the earth would be as empty as the moon. I'm the color of passion and of love, the red rose, the poinsettia, and the poppy." Just then, purple rose up and spoke with great conviction. "I am the color of royalty and power. Kings and chiefs and bishops have always chosen me, for I am the sign of authority and wisdom. People do not question me, they listen and obey." Finally, after being quiet for a long time, Indigo spoke, much more quietly than all the others, but with just as much determination, and said, "Think of me. I'm the color of silence. You hardly notice me, but without me, you all become superficial. I represent thought and reflection, twilight and deep water. You need me for balance and contrast, for prayer, serenity, and inner peace." And so the colors went on boasting, each convinced of his or her own superiority. Their quarreling became louder and louder, and suddenly there was a startling bright flash of lightning, and a loud thunder rolled and boomed in. Rain started to pour down relentlessly, and the colors crouched down in fear, drawing close to one another for comfort. Now, during the clamor, the rain began to speak. "You foolish colors, fighting amongst yourselves, each trying to dominate the rest. You were each made for a very special purpose, unique and different, not to be in competition." The rain then told them to join hands with one another. As they joined hands, they formed an amazing sight, and they could not believe their eyes. The rain continued. "From now on, when it rains, each of you will stretch across the sky in a great bow of color as a reminder that you can all live side by side, not in competition, but united in peace and harmony. By proudly displaying our unique and special gifts and respecting each other's unique talents, we too can live peacefully together here on planet Earth. In this way, we create a rainbow of people, reminding others of our unity and being a sign of hope." You know, everyone, as more and more people awaken on the planet, massive amounts of light are increasing in every single moment. And my angelic family, the posse of angels, and I are overjoyed to share that the light has now become the dominant energy on Earth. The new area of light, now growing on this planet, is destroying all old, dark, dominant energies and the narrative that use the manipulative weapon of competition, rivalry, antagonism, and war to keep humanity divided in judgment and opposition. The dark forces always knew that if humanity would ever wake up and take back their powerful sovereign ability to focus their attention and energies within themselves to their divine eternal natures, then and only then could they unite with each other. This winning combination of working for the betterment of the world would overcome any darkness, and it would create a planet of light. And that's what's being created right now on our beloved planet. With the conscious collective on the planet ascending in consciousness to live, work, and exist in harmony, the analogy of the colors working together becomes even more significant when one looks at the shape of all rainbows. From the Earth's surface, when we look up and we see rainbows, they appear to form perfectly round arches. Yet, in reality, when seen from above, like in a plane, they form full circles. Standing on the ground, we are only able to see light that's reflected by rainbows or by raindrops above the horizon, as we can't see a rainbow's lower hidden half. Each one of us on the earth is not here by happen chance, and our unique blend and shade of color and our talents contribute greatly to the rainbow of hope for a brighter tomorrow. And without your singular energy, the rainbow would not attain its greatest magnificence and complete the important circle of light. Everyone, with so much darkness clearing from the planet along with our heightened energies, from our elevated consciousness now, many of us will be able to clearly see and perceive colors and images that were dulled before by a shroud of lower frequency energies. Now, the posse of angels is saying that with the enormous light growing on the planet, from their perspective, they are able to see the colors of the world change. It's changing because the human beings are changing. They are saying that the light is changing into diamond-faceted rainbow light. It's simply because we are now changing into crystalline rainbow beings with a greater understanding of who we divinely are. In this way, our true colors can shine through. So do remember that story about the rainbow and how important it is for each and every one of us. We're not here to be as competition. There was never any competition. We are each made in the reflection of that higher source, and we are each have our unique, singular energy to shine forth for the planet. We may be only one drop of water in the ocean, but the ocean would not be the same without your drop in it. Let's go to the oracle cards and see what comes out. I have not used these cards in a very long time, and they were hidden way, way deep in the back of my desk drawer, which needs to be cleaned out. But this one came out. It's called Atman, infinite aspect of the soul. And it says, blessed soul, you have now begun to see glimpses of the divinity that exists within you. And there's so much more to experience. You are filled with limitless potential and have realized that the only obstacles that exist are within your mind. You've reached a deeper connection to your highest self, the immortal aspect of your existence, or what the posse of angels and I always refer to is to our powerful, independent, sovereign, multidimensional natures, our divine, eternal natures. It says here, your meditation has unveiled hidden depths to your true being and allowed you to experience the vastness that exists within you. You've become aware that you are a microcosm of the great macrocosm, a reflection of the universe. Now, the microcosm could be that one drop in the ocean, which is the macrocosm. Now bring this expansiveness into the everyday and watch your life unfold. That's where many of us individually are, and the collective consciousness is. No longer buying into any manufactured media narratives, no longer seeing ourselves through anybody else's lens, but the lens of our divine, multidimensional, powerful, sovereign natures. Now, I went to also Whispers of Lord Ganesha. I love these cards, backed by Angela Hartfield. Thank you, Angela. And these cards came out. The first card that came out for us was, which order did they came in? Oh, they came in this one, the reflection card. And I was not surprised when the reflection card came out, because in my upcoming Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show, it's a weekly program. It's now in its 11th year, and it airs every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And do remember that I take calls from listeners for free mini angel readings. But in this upcoming Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show, I'll be speaking about the alignment of the energies of the sun and Jupiter at the beginning of March. We're in it now in the watery sign of Pisces, which has many people being reflective and contemplative on which areas they feel drawn to expand in their lives. It's giving us much needed time to really be reflective. Now, some of these areas could be expanding our money, our finances, how we can do that. It could be expanding our jobs by expanding a current business or starting a new business, or perhaps stepping into a new career. It could be that we are thinking about expanding our travel experiences to go on more adventures, to be curious and discover more about life. With all this exalted sun energy shining on Jupiter's good fortune and expansion, and with it being currently Pisces season, it's a great time to daydream and to imagine and to really feel what it would feel like to expand, perhaps into a new home, perhaps into a new location, maybe a new career, as Pisces watery energy is like a pool of water, reflecting to the universe what we desire most to bring in and to manifest for ourselves. Also, during this contemplative time, we can have a deep dive into watery Pisces and take time to reflect on the great progress that we've made along our spiritual path, and how it's now time to release any events or even anybody else's life that is not in alignment with our highest journey now. Appreciate this time of silence and allow yourself to visualize and daydream the beautiful path and reality that you'll be manifesting for yourself. And so it really is a time of reflection now. The next Ganesha card that came out was this one. It was the card of revelation. Now, this time of quiet reflection is signaling that we've come to the end of a cycle and we're preparing to create something new. Whenever it gets quiet like this, spirit is up to something. And Ganesha wishes us to know that we're getting ready not only individually, but we're getting ready collectively for key changes in our internal and our external worlds. And there are some of us who even think that coming soon will be the disclosure of our intergalactic family, our brothers and sisters out in space, who are benevolent and they are kind, and they've been helping us and the planet to ascend. So, in this area, they are saying that the more that we've taken the time to be reflective, to bring everything in our world back to unconditional love and forgiveness and kindness and compassion, that the more peaceful we will be, regardless of what happens in our outer world. So this time of going within really is very important, this time of reflection, because it will open up different revelations for ourselves. And the next card, isn't that interesting? I just heard from the posse of angels the words, "All things must pass." And for those who think that this time of quiet will last forever, they're saying it will not. For you, dear soul, and your abilities and talents and gifts, they're much too important not to share them with the world. This is why Spirit will be ending this reflective time and bringing in this time of new beginnings, with new energy coming in on the horizon, along with there being no planets in retrograde energy to hold us back this month of March. And at the end of March, there's a brand new zodiacal year starting with Aries season on March 20th. Now, Aries energy is certainly go, 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 and taking action. Remember that this new start is karmically just for you and you alone. And everyone really needs to release the need to try to bring anyone else onto their new path, because it is dharmically and karmically fated just for you. Release any expectation and attachment as to how you will serve on this new path. But please know that all you will need to step forward will manifest for you. And do remember, isn't this sweet? Spirit is saying you deserve this and you earn this. These very new beginnings. So thank you so much, Lord Ganesha, for coming in and sharing that. A couple more to end with. I love my Mother Mary cards, my Mother Mary Oracle cards. These are also by Alana Fairchild. And this one came out. And it's called Our Lady of Radiant Grace. And there she is. And it's saying, we were born not to fear and deny our spirits, but to love the earth and fly with the wings of the Divine Mother's grace. Even with powerful and marvelous wings upon our backs, and the perfect current in the air through which to soar into freedom and exhilaration, if each and every one of us does not trust Spirit enough to leap, all that comes to nothing, because faith is our soul's superpower. And I love that. The posse of angels and I have always said, on the other side of faith, of taking that leap of faith, listening to the small, still voice of intuition and of spirit, on the other side of stepping forward in faith is miracles. That always will be, because it is written. On the other side of that is always rewards for us. But we must have the faith and trust in Spirit that they are with us and always co-creating our reality. And so have that faith and trust when you are offered this very new beginning for you that Ganesha was talking about, to step forward and to be that Atma, to be in the world and not of it, I guess, to know that you're in a co-creative dance with Spirit and have the faith to step forward. One more card to end in this lovely reading today. Postcards from Spirit. Thank you, Colette Baron Reed, for your beautiful cards. And this one came out. I just love this one. On the back of this card, it says, be fearless. And how much does that represent? Having the faith and the trust to step forward. Dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one story often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that Spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit absolutely loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one we know to be true about you. A story of courage, of bravery, of gratitude, forgiveness, unconditional love, and honesty, for this is your divine eternal nature. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure they are stories which you are very proud of. And on the bottom it says, Genuine Loving Fan Club. I love that. And to go along with telling your story, I have been telling my story as an angelic walk-in for almost 20 years now. And in 2016, I had the courage to put my face on a book and to authentically say to the world, I am an angelic walk-in. And this is the autobiography of Angel Ariel. As I, Angel Ariel, stepped into Claire Candy's body, she walked out. I walked in on January 11th of 2003. In telling this inspirational, sometimes harrowing story, it has enlightened and brought other people sometimes to tears and to exaltation about one person and how their experiences can touch the lives of so many people. So I hope all of that has been helpful for you. If you are interested in my books, and by the way, this book, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, is the sequel to One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, another one of my #1 Amazon international best-selling book. It went international both of them went international, #1 bestsellers in Canada, the US, England, Australia, and in Germany. And of course, let's not forget Angels of Faith, which is based on my 2 near-death experiences and the fact that we are divine and eternal and that we do not die. If you're interested in any of those books or my wonderful services, please do go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can always phone on 831-277-3716 Pacific Standard Time, and all of that information is in the description box below. Everyone go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. Take care. I'm wishing you love and, of course, angel blessings. And I look so forward to speaking with you again next week. And I would love you to call in for a free mini angel reading on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show this coming Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Take care, everyone. Bye.